Okay, today is May 16th, and here's your little pollinator garden update. Oh my god, look at my foxgloves. They are the most gorgeous thing I think I've ever seen in my garden so far. The bees just absolutely love them. You can see them going in and out. I planted these from a little pack of fairy morse Walmart seeds last year. It was a year and 5 months that I had to wait to see these, but man, was it worth it. I just can't get over how gorgeous they are. And then down here we have some calendula that reseeded itself from last year. So vinca plant there. The bugs are devouring everything as usual. We have a little artichoke there, everything, I know I say this all the time, but almost every single thing in this pollinator bed is from seed, besides the vinca, the iris, and the yarrow. So over here, the hollyhock is hiding behind there. You can see like these weird shaped, they're a little messed up. They have a lot of bug damage. That's a hollyhock peeking out there. I'm wondering if I'll see it this year. That would be nice. Look at the little bumblebees. They're so happy. There's so many of them. And you don't only want to have honeybees in your garden. You also want native bees, bumblebees, wasps. So we don't just cater to the honeybees here. There's 3 of them just in that one little stalk there. It's so fun. I could just sit here forever and watch them go in and out. Oh, 4. Wow. They're pretty happy. And then we have the big coneflower here getting huge. Of course, the iris. I just figured out the name of this the other day. This was here out front, in front of my house when we moved in. I moved it back here. The yarrow, this will be the rose marvel. It'll be pink. I took a lily, planted it back there. This is the lavender that I also started from seed. Actually a Dollar Tree. American seed. Little 25-cent. 4 for $1 pack of seeds. Now, whenever you plant perennials from seed, you have to be a patient person because you're not going to see anything for a while. So if you want like instant color, instant interest in your garden, go ahead and get a plant, or else you're going to be waiting a couple years. You can see all the ranunculus I planted coming up. I planted a little bit everywhere on this side of the garden bed. Skunks have been enjoying digging them all up. Bugs have been enjoying feeding on the tender seedling leaves. And I filled this whole pot right here with ranunculus. Except that's a weed back there, but the rest of those plants are all Persian buttercup ranunculus. And then we have some more lavender that I grew from seed. And I just discovered all these little seedlings are cucamelons. So I had cucamelons growing up this trellis here last year, and they all dropped seed. And now we have a bunch of, I think that's a coneflower seedling, but there's a bunch of cucamelons. Mexican sour gherkin, mouse melon, whatever you like to call them. And then a bunch of weeds, of course. But yeah, pollinator garden is looking wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be really sad to see these guys go. I'm going to start planting these from seed like every single year, so I never go a year without having any blooms. Now on the packet that I got, the seed pack, it said perennial and blooms every year. So I'm not quite sure I understand, because from all the research that I've done, foxgloves are biannuals, which means every other year when they drop seed. So we'll see. Hopefully these guys drop seed, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to plant some more. I'm going to try to get a ton of different colors. See if I can find some rare ones, some really wild looking ones. And these actually look better than the ones that I've seen for sale at the nurseries. Of course, the ones at the nurseries are in pots. But yeah, these are just like established, and they look so good. I'm so happy I planted them. And just for a little quick update in the garden, you can see I just planted out some tomatoes. My husband just mowed the lawn, so I use grass clippings as mulch. Free mulch, as long as you don't use, weed killer, herbicide, you can use your grass clippings. I just hope and pray that none of my neighbors use anything and it blows in my yard. But I don't think I've really had an issue so far. You can see the little tomatoes I planted. There's one there, one on that side. Corners of the beds are planted. Here's my tray left over. More ranunculus, looking really, really good. I put this little shepherd's hook here. I have a hummingbird feeder and my portulaca. So I said I wasn't going to use the Dollar Tree baskets. I had to use them. I mean, if I got a pot, something's going in it. So we got a 6-pack of portulaca. I used to call it portaluca. I think that's actually a place, not a flower. They're also known as moss rose, porcelain, I think. But yeah, really pretty. It's got like stripes on the flower. I'm gonna have another one over here. I'm gonna hang up another shepherd's hook so I can hang that up. Really pretty. And they like a lot of sun, and I just realized they close up when it's cloudy out or more towards the evening, so they're only going to be open during the day when there's sunlight. As soon as the sunlight goes away, they close up. So if you want something that's going to flower all day long, show color all day, you might not want to get the portulaca. Planted the sun gold there. You can see my vinca and marigold in the middle. Some more tomatoes I planted. And all of this green grass that you see in the beds is all mulch. That'll all be tomorrow. It'll yellow. The next day it'll look like straw. It'll just look like straw mulch in a few days. But I didn't want to plant any of my tomatoes without having mulch underneath, because if you put them in the ground and just let that dirt splash up onto the plant, on the leaves, on the stem, if there's any disease or anything in your soil, it's going to get on your plant and infect it, and you're going to be fighting disease. So I made sure as soon as I planted these, they had mulch underneath. And of course, free mulch. You can see my bed here of dragon tongue bush beans. This year I didn't do radishes. We don't really eat them. So they kind of just like sit in the fridge. I wanted to grow something that I knew we would eat. And I'm going to try to fry these up and put them in the crock pot. These are the purple and like white crazy looking striped beans. When you cook them, they turn green though. But yeah, you can see the bugs have been enjoying these as well. If you see any white powder, it's DE, diatomaceous earth. Food grade diatomaceous earth. Try to help with insect damage. These are spaghetti squash. I always overplant just in case the bugs devour. I have a little bit of a backup. Hosta's looking good. Got some weeds popping up. But yeah, that's a little garden update, little pollinator garden update. I will do another update in about a week or two. have a lot more plants I need to get outside. We're finally past our last frost date. So everything can go in the ground. And I'm gonna sit here and stare at my foxglove and watch the bees enjoy their little feast. And I will see you in the next one.